Okay, so now continuing, let's take a look here. This first paragraph is a jumble of vowels and minor punctuation. Then there's another paragraph that has, instead of vowels, what we could just call penalties. Not as bad, but still damaging, with word choice and then lazy verbs. And when we talk about lazy verbs, the verb's not necessarily wrong, it's just lazy. In other words, there's something better that we could have put into its place. Now, if everybody would, please go ahead and pause the video and then do these two paragraphs and then come back and see how you did. All right, so now let me turn on some tools here. Taking a look at this first sentence, my endurance was not limited to work as I endured hunger one summer. Boom. Hopefully you noticed that right there. Okay. As right here is a sub. Remember that when we have a sub in the middle of a sentence, we do not need a comma in front. So that comma needs to go. Now, in the next sentence, right, something there. You might have noticed that as well. And then you change colors. Hopefully you noticed something going on in here that if you were to read that out loud, you ran out of breath, right? So now let's start here, right? We need a comma in front of that conjunction and. However is a conjunctive adverb. What is it doing here? It's linking, it's holding together independent clauses. So that comma right there is a foul. That makes the comma splice. Now, remember, if we have conjunctive adverb holding together independent clauses by law, we need a semicolon here. If we don't have a semicolon here, the grammar police are kicking in the door. Now, what do we have here? Summer and 90-degree temperatures arrived with the end of April. The air conditioner ran continuously. I ran out of breath. That was the run-on. Now, where do we have the run-on? With the end of April. So now what could I put here? I could put a period, but that's boring. I don't like to be boring. I'm going to show off my grammar skills, y'all, and use the semicolon there. Good. Now, next you probably noticed when is a sub. Where is it? It's at the beginning of the sentence. Do we put a semicolon there when we have a sub at the front? Nope. What do we put here? Well, we need to kick that out. We just need to put the comma. Now I'm going to change colors. Boom. Why did I change color? Because truly without a dollar, this is a sentence fragment. Hopefully you're starting to pick up on these vowels. Now, what I need to do is I need to join this fragment to this independent clause. How am I going to do this? I'm going to keep it simple. K-I-S. The period turns into a comma, and I have done it. Yes. What about that comma there after stomach? Starting to notice, yeah, comma splice. So what could we do? Semicolon. Here we have or a conjunction. What needs to be in front of that conjunction? Hopefully you got that comma in there. Now, what is after? After is a subordinating word. Where is it? It's at the beginning, right? So just like when we had here, right, we have a sub at the front, and then after the clause we put in a comma. After I ate my last can of chicken of the sea tuna, comma. Very good. Wow. So how many vowels did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 vowels plus quite a bit of errant punctuation going on in here. Letting us know we have to be careful with our punctuation. Now let's take a look next at penalties. We have some word choice errors in here, as well as some lazy verbs. Now, this verb here, this is grammatically correct, but it's just lazy, right? Lazy, lazy, lazy. What's wrong with that? Well, if we take a look, right, I went through the kitchen cabinets. There's something better we could put in there. What could we say? I searched. Wouldn't that be so much better? Wow. And then what happens with our writing when we're focused on using good action verbs? It gives some pop and some snap to our writing, and that's what we want. So we want to avoid a lazy verb, right? No lazy verbs. Lazy verbs, we're going to put an unhappy emoji on that. Now, please remember in your writing to don't use directions. Don't use what? Directions, right? What do I see in here? A direction right there, right? You probably saw that. You don't eat up because you don't eat down. What do? You just eat. Eating old ketchup and mustard packets, right? Again, what do we see here? A direction. You don't heat up because you don't heat down. What do? You just heat. You don't fill up because you don't fill down. What do? You just fill a bowl. Now here's another direction. You don't wander over. You're just wandering, right? Here's another one, another word choice error. Gotten. I hate this word. Get, got, getting, gotten. It's just stop it. Don't use those. Don't. Now, watch this. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to cut some stuff out and save on wordiness too. Do I even need any of that mess? And the answer is no. Right, so I'm not only correcting word choice errors here, but I'm saving on word count. Right? Now, again, you can't open up because you can't open down. Boom. Okay? Now, what do we see here again? We see some laziness. Oh. Do you see how that's so much better? Do you see how that gives us some snap and some pop? That's so much better. So much better, guys. Now, you don't eat it up because you don't eat it down. You just ate it. Now, did we see something going on here? At the end of the end of the month finally got there. Stop it. On the 31st, and I had endured. Okay? This is word choice error, plus there's some wordiness in here. It's the end of the month. Everybody knows when the end of the month is, right? The end of the month finally what? You're probably thinking it now, right? The end of the month finally. Watch what's going to happen to this. Boom. It's replaced by that wonderful action verb. Excellent, excellent. Very good. So we'll continue taking a look at this handout here with some new content in the next lecture.